Hi Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at sort of past versus new love, okay? So going to get some very interesting messages this week. We've been seeing quite a lot. Now, if you are already in a connection, you'll probably know yourself whether that's going to fit better with, past or brand new. The new slash future energy, probably someone you've only just sort of met, a brand new sort of connection, but for a lot of the signs, we have been seeing some sort of flow through from the past through to the future as well. So you'll work out where you fit, I'm sure, Virgo. But leave a comment and let me know if the reading resonates for you. We're only like one subscriber away from drawing that free personal reading. So if you do want to enter that, do leave a comment to go in the draw. But hopefully we'll hit that 100 very, very soon so I can draw that. I'm being so excited for it, and it's just these last couple of subscribers just taking a little bit of time there. So I'm sure everyone's probably sick of hearing me repeating the same things. But today we are using 4 different decks. We've got the Voice of the Souls Oracle. We will be sort of looking at a bit of an overview, your energy. Okay, Virgo. We also do have the Dreaming Lenormand for when we are looking at the past energy. And then for the new or future energy, I've got the Scrying Ink Lenormand, okay, as well as the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. Hopefully get some outcomes or an extra layer of information through that as well. But getting into it for you today, Virgo. Virgo, what does Virgo need to know about love, please? Okay, so Virgo, very interesting. We do have education coming through first, okay? So the need to sort of, you know, learn, educate yourself about something, in particular. I am kind of feeling that there's just something that's sort of maybe eating away at you a little bit, that you are unsure why that has happened, or what that's all even about. I'm also getting drawn to the idea of the love languages. The next card we do have for you is the love card, okay? So it would sort of surmise that this education is going to have something to do with love. I do feel for some of you that's talking about the love languages, the way that we express love and the way that we receive love. There's a few of them, and it's working out, how do you express love? Are you somebody who expresses love to people by, giving gifts to the person, and, monetary sort of gifts to somebody? Are you somebody who expresses love through quality time with that person, doing things for them? Maybe looking into the love languages, because I feel as though there may be something in there for you in regard to that, okay, Virgo? So because when it comes to the love languages, I personally find it important, because a lot of the time we give love, and then wonder why people don't give us love in a way that we can understand. And it's because we're not recognizing that they give love in a different way. So, if you're someone who, gives gifts all the time, and that's how you show somebody that you care about them, and then, you've got somebody in your life and they've never given you a gift, but, they're always wanting to spend time with you and whatnot. And you're like, how come they can't show me that they care about me by, just picking me up just a little gift? It's not the money, it's the idea of the gift, that you're thinking about me. um you know but they're trying to show you love by spending a lot of time with you, and showing you that they appreciate the time that they spend with you. And even if it's just sitting there doing nothing together, it's that energy of being able to understand how other people show you love, as well as how you are showing them love. And in that manner, we can sort of educate ourselves a little bit, and compromise, learn to understand those things, and actually, see that love when it's being given to us, or expressed in a way that we maybe normally would not understand. So I feel for a lot of you that maybe is actually, it's just coming on strongly for a lot of you, that may be what we're talking about here, educating yourself about that aspect of love, the way that we give and receive love. It's just coming through very strongly. So But we'll have a look at your past love energy, Virgo. Okay, past love energy for Virgo, please. Past love energy for our Virgos. Okay, interesting. I'm just going to have to grab one more to see what came after that. One more for Virgo, please. Okay, and I'll grab your outcomes straight away as well. Okay, outcomes for Virgo from past love energy, please. What were the outcomes for Virgo from this past love energy, please? Okay, so I've got a very interesting energy here, Virgo. So we are firstly seeing the whip, okay, and that's come through with the letter, all right. So the letter is all about communication, so texting, phone calls, in-person talking, online, all sorts of communication there. So what we're seeing, something that was communicated to you in the past, it was for a lot of you, it may have even been a verbal sort of fight because we do have the whip there, and that does talk about, trouble, tension, drama, even that beating yourself up kind of energy as well. But for a lot of you, I feel as though this, it could have been like a quarrel, like a verbal sort of fight, some sort of verbal communication that was very troublesome to you, caused a lot of trouble, tension, drama for you. But it was some sort of communication that has done this, has caused this this whip energy. So it may have been a text that sort of caused a lot of trouble for you, some sort of conversation with somebody that you've had in the past that just was trouble, was total drama, and really led to you sort of beating yourself up. And I am sort of seeing here that for the next card we do have is the Scythe energy, which is all about a sudden expected change, a break from the past there. So we are kind of getting that vibe that, you've had a conversation with somebody that has actually led to you breaking up. There was some sort of new, like with the letter, sometimes it can talk about, some sort of news or information being relayed to you that has led to a sudden unexpected change in that connection, in that relationship. So I do feel for a lot of you this is talking about a past breakup that has caused you a lot of tension. It may have led to you to sort of emotionally beat yourself up a lot about what's gone down in that connection, with that communication, what's happened, the way that the breakup has happened. I do feel for a lot of you it was just like a conversational type breakup rather than anything hugely dramatic. Like I'm not really seeing anything other than that has sort of led to this. It just looks like there was some sort of communication or news that was relayed to you that has led to a lot of trouble and then this breakup. So the communication may not have been with the person that you're in the connection with. It may have been communication from somebody else telling you bringing drama to you and letting you know this is going on, letting you know that sort of a thing, and just causing a lot of drama within you yourself, because after that sudden change, that sudden unexpected break there, we do have the masculine. Okay, so it's really put you into this, trying to not be emotional and really trying to be logical about this. Okay, Virgo, it would kind of put you into that, where you have to try to be, very stoic and reserved and strong and powerful and just sort of, I'm feeling that vibe of, I just had to deal with it and stand strong and you know, stand up and be a man, because that is the masculine. I don't like to genderize, and I don't mean stand up and be a man like as in the gender. I just mean, the turn of phrase, standing strong and having to sort of take all this emotional load on board without being emotional, okay, and kind of just deal with it and get on with life anyway, sort of a vibe that you still had responsibilities on your shoulders and had to stand strong, even though inside emotionally you may have been having a lot of self-doubt and trouble within yourself. There may have been a lot of trouble going on and you still kind of felt as though you had to stand strong and act strong, regardless. All right, because I do feel here, we do have with the outcome, we do have the keys on a ring. Okay, so that does say many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, and one night stand. So you may have felt that, that past connection. One or both of you may have had a lot of options. You may have been feeling as though you were being strung along. There may have been a one night stand even involved in that. Was that communication that you heard somebody had a one night stand outside of the connection, and that sort of has led to this sudden breakup or whatnot. So I do feel as though there was some decisions that were made that have led to this sudden break and change. But what I'm actually seeing is that has left you with another outcome as well, is that you kind of were, it's very interesting because we do have that love energy in your overview. Okay, and I kind of feel it's so that vibe of, when you are in that masculine energy of you standing strong and getting on with it anyway, and deciding to not let that stop you from loving yourself and loving, potentially in the future, in around yourself at the moment as well. You may already be in a connection, Virgo, because we do have the kisses card. Okay, so that does say unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So a lot of the time that does talk about, leading into a new connection. So I do feel as though you kind of stood strong and went, I'm not going to stop this from letting me, give and receive affection and potentially fall in love again. Okay, so I do feel as though it's kind of led you into maybe something else that you may have sort of realized is more suited to you, from this past breakup that has kind of, the way that you've sort of dealt with that. It feels as though you've kind of just gone, you know what? I've learned my lesson. I'm going to get on with it anyway. All right. So it's a very interesting energy from the past there, but we'll see what that sort of led through to in the new energy and the future energy for you, Virgo. Okay. New love or future love for Virgo, please. New or future love energy for our Virgos. Oh. And I did have that one flip out, but I do want to, just looking at the message here, I do want to grab just one more. New love or future love energy for Virgo, please. Okay, and outcomes for Virgo with new and future love, please. Very interesting, Virgo, because, even though we've sort of spoke about how it does look as though you've sort of gone, I'm going to move on anyway. There's something that's, and this, I feel like this is why that education about love has come out for us, for the overview, Virgo, because, I am seeing, firstly, we've got the garden, which does talk about you getting back out there, being social, meeting new people, that sort of thing. So like I was sort of intuitively feeling, I feel as though you've kind of moved on from this past breakup and moved along, got kind of just gone, yep, do you know what? Cool, move along with it and get on with it, meet someone new. Okay, but then we're seeing in the new and future, what we are seeing is that masculine energy once again, but then with the tree. All right, so it kind of shows us that in the future there is some sort of, like I said with that education card, there is still something about that masculine energy that you do need to grow and mature within yourself. Okay, so I do feel you, Virgo, very stuck in that masculine energy. So there may be something about that, about balancing better with your feminine energy as well, and actually taking your emotions on board when we are accessing the education, the growth that we need within love and the sphere of love, and within ourselves, within loving ourselves, because the tree really does talk about self-care as well. Recently I have done a video. It was around the full moon there, but it was for divine masculine. I kind of feel with the double masculine coming out for you today, Virgo, there may be something for you in that particular video. So maybe go back and have a look at that one. It should be on the recent list there, because it wasn't really all that long ago that I have done that one. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. So it was, yeah, I believe not the most recent All Signs videos, but the ones before that. Look out for the Once in a Blue Moon video. It was right next to that one. Okay, it should be the video after that. Okay, but I feel as though there may be something in that reading for you at this time, Virgo, with this education coming through, and then the need for growth and maturity within your masculine element. Okay, so the way that you're looking at reality, something needing to grow. I do feel as though we're looking at something sort of needing to balance for you. Okay. So I really recommend that video for you, Virgo. But we are also seeing, once again, okay, I've got the scissors coming through, which is this is half of that scythe card. So once again, we're seeing a future break, change, unexpected change for you. But this time around, it feels like it may be more to do with you yourself, and breaking free of what's holding you back within your masculine energy, and you actually making that sudden unexpected change to maybe learn some lessons that you haven't actually taken fully on board as of yet. Experience that growth and cut free from something just within yourself. Because we do have, I am seeing closure issues, okay, in the outcomes here. So I feel for a lot of you, this may be, that even though, obviously this past connection has come up for a reason. So, that being a sudden break or change, and then we're seeing you needing to make another sudden, unexpected change in the future, but more related to your own self-growth. There may be a little bit of a closure issue from that past connection that you're still needing to sort of work through, educate yourself a little bit more about, just love in general, the way that you gave and received love in that past connection, how that may have affected that past connection, those sorts of things. But then for the outcomes here, so I do have the boat, first and foremost, which is receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. So, like I said, I was seeing the closure issues that you may still need to, make a bit of a break from, and cut that out, sort of a vibe, and move on from that completely, because you are progressing, you are moving forwards into what you do need, in the future, and so closing out those past cycles is obviously what's sort of needed, and you need to sort of educate yourself just a little bit more and grow through those past issues just a little bit more. I'm personally intuitively feeling, especially with the love on the table there as well, that self-love is probably very important to you, when it comes to this growth, and as well as, potentially, the ways that we're looking at love, the way that we deal with love, the way that we give and receive love, but also maybe looking at your emotional side and incorporating that, balancing that out a little bit more for yourself. All right. And then we do have the seduction card. Okay. So I feel like this goes with that garden energy, to be honest. And it does say attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptations, third party interference. So I do feel as though if you are currently connected to somebody, these closure issues from the past, they may be related to something along these lines here. Like there may that news that we saw back there, that communication, it may have actually been some sort of third party interference, some sort of temptation, external flirting, all that sort of thing may have been going on, and that sort of led to that initial breakup that we've seen there. But I do feel as though, we maybe are having some issues with this, in this current or new connection as well. There may be some issues going on there. So, and we do sort of see as well, we did see that keys on a ring energy that did talk about multiple options. Okay, so, I feel as though there may be an issue around multiple options, and that's what we're needing to sort of deal with and grow through and take on board with that, those sudden changes we're making within ourselves when it comes to love, the way that we're, looking at things like that, because it's perfectly fine to, be somebody who wants multiple options in love. It's perfectly fine to be poly, but if you are, in a connection where, people do not, or are not aware that it's a an open thing or a poly type thing, then that's going to be an issue. But, it's perfectly fine to have multiple options and be in that poly sort of lifestyle. And I do feel that there may be some sort of element of that coming into play here for you, Virgo, around, what is it that you actually do want with love? Do you, can you stop and love just one person? Can you be with someone who cannot love just one person? It's really sort of needing to, fine tune those sorts of issues and just gain some extra insight for yourself as well. Okay, but that's what we have for you today, Virgo. Let me know if that resonated for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but hopefully I'll see you all again soon.